Alright, so this is my RP90. I've changed some of the presets a little bit, but this is a fantastic little device that you can play around with at home and maybe take it on gigs. I'll talk a little bit about taking it out on gigs in a little bit, but it's a really versatile little unit. It's got amp modeling on it, so you're supposed to be able to dial in, say, what a Vox amplifier sounds like, or a Marshall amplifier, or a Mesa boogie, or a Fender amplifier, and it's got all the usual effects built in, some really cool stuff, compression, noise gate, you know, all the typical stuff you see in a guitar effects all in one device. This one I think sounds really good. Before we start everything off, let me tell you one key thing with using these devices that they don't really explain to you in the manual. These things put out a line level output. So if you're going into a mixer channel, you're cool. You can use the amp modeling to do that. But if you're going to use one of these little guys and go out from the output here into an amplifier, you need to knock the signal down to amplifier level, because this is expecting a guitar level signal. So you can buy a reamp device. There's all kinds of things you can do. I took the cheap route because I'm a gigging musician. I don't have $1 million to go out and buy this stuff. So what I did was I took a direct box, made a cable, you know, so we got your usual patch cable for right here into the input of the direct box. Then I've got an XLR output, which is you know, like a line. I mean, it converts it to a microphone level output, and then I convert that from this XLR to a 1/4 inch, and I do a little you know, Radio Shack special here where I join the two cords together. So you see my little connector here. So that gives me a guitar level signal out into my amplifier. I got nothing special going on here. It's a Val Jr. with the Bitmo mod. Let's see, I've got it turned up about probably about 10 o'clock. If you think about it as a clock, it's set on the Brit setting, so it's supposed to sound like a British amp. But you know, the guitar itself is going into this clean. The only signals that I've got processed are through the RP90 right here. So let's go to kind of a generic sound. You can see from my guitar here, I've got a Ibanez. It's can't remember what model it is, like 540. I can't remember what it is, but I've modified this thing a little bit. You can see I've added a Seymour Duncan super distortion humbucker. Got a Kent Armstrong single coil and a Kent Armstrong PAF modeled humbucker here. And I've got a coil tap, so I can switch back and forth between the single coil and the humbucker here and here. The switch does both of them. And you know, standard setup, volume, tone, blah 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 blah. So that's my setup here. So here is kind of the RP90. This is my generic sound for the RP90. This is through a humbucker, so it's clean. And you hear the reverb. Alright, here's my single coil. So you can hear the single coil and the humbucker sound between there. Okay, so here we go. This is supposed to be a Mesa boogie. I've got it on slight, you know, overdrive, so it's not like totally cranking, but so that's pretty darn good for a single coil. So humbucker on the bridge. Not too bad. Here's the neck. Alright, let's see. Let's just cycle through some sounds of the program real quick. This one is number 2. Number 2 on mine is a clean chorus sound, so something like the Police or something. Oh, nice. Yeah. I got a string out there. Anyway, so you hear it. I don't have the delay on. Usually I use a line 6 delay. So typically I don't program the delays in the RP90, but they are absolutely there. You can put delays on the settings. This is another This is supposed to be my, Van Halen Marshall sound. So you can hear I got the huge reverb on it to try to simulate the early Van Halen sound, where they had a huge plate reverb on one side of the stereo mix with the guitar in it, and then the other side was dry, so you kind of got that. So I'm pretty happy with that. This is like your basic clean wah-wah sound. So I'm switching it to single coil. That pickup, single coil. So, I think it sounds pretty good. This is the Police kind of stereo core sound with a little delay and a little distortion. So this is King of Pain. So you can clearly hear that like real quick slap back there. So here we go to humbucker. Pretty cool. This is supposed to be a distorted Fender amp kind of thing. So, the... Alright, so here we are, neck humbucker, same thing. It's that Fender amp. I can't remember which one it is, but it's supposed to be... But you really hear that that kind of tube slap thing. That's so hard for these digital things to simulate, and I think the RP90 does a really good job of simulating that. Alright, this is the